This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Tonight, a pair of NFC foes squaring off between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's racing past midfield. Into the red zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Brock, can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
Project, this ain't what you want.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice. Now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Again, it's Gibbs. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. And if these guys are not careful, he's going to run this opening drive right into the end zone.
Yeah, I think we're seeing and feeling an offensive front and running back who've come ready to play. This defense, they may want to buckle their chin straps a bit.
They motion the tight end over. Going to the ground again on 1st. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Baker now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Brought down by Fred Warner.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
3rd and short, Mayfield. Has it downfield. It's Chase. Has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So second down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. So now it's going to be third and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Field goal, a 47-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Not quite the same roar out of the crowd, Kate, that you're going to get for the touchdown, but still plenty of noise coming down, and that defense now gets to take the field with the lead.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. '49ers to the line, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss, first play of the game. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll throw, third and long. He's running for it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first down, Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er first down. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. We've got the 49ers in front. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They'll motion Jefferson left. First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He finds space, middle of the field. And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage, to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the gun, McCaffrey. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. That one's caught by Jamerson. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
San Francisco.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Lamar now from the gun. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their 2nd drive coming up. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Toss it to Gibbs. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They send the tight end in motion left. Got his man. It's Auden. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a 1st down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Finds him over the middle. And he managed what he can up to the 48. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Baker throwing again. That one's good to Godwin. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Mayfield to throw again. Out left and Otten makes the grab. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Stick it in the air. Here's Mayfield. Completes this one to Otten. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
18-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing again. It's Mayfield. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
See if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. They're going to need some unlikely magic here if they want to find any points with almost no time remaining. It's going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Escapes the defender. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Tampa Bay sending its offense out to begin the third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Ball at the 33 for first down. A give to Gibbs to start the third. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And this is a small kickoff to the 39-yard line. Stopped that time by someone who collects tackles and all-pro nods every season, Fred Warner.
It's not just imperative that the quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Mayfield from the gun, third down. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Shoots away from one. 3 inside the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Haven't been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate. I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing. Run right at them and go make a point.
On first down, right back to Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he'll go down here at the 16. Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. 49ers close it in, and down he goes. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that gets him back within 5.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running them out for some PATs.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Jackson to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback, and on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Man in motion out of the slot. Drive begins with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Baker now from the gun. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. So now here's 3rd and 5. Mayfield now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. In up to Gibbs from the gun. And he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Baker. Screen here for Gibbs. He dodged the tackle. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. It's caught. Chase has it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Baker now off to play fake. That's complete downfield to Godwin. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Trying to find his tight end. So it's second down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. Hits him on the end route. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Back to throw it. Got his man. It's Auden. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. You got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Once more, it's Mayfield. Near the goal line. And he gets forward for 3 yards as we reach our 2-minute warning.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. He'll look to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
5th DB out there now. Big rep for this defense on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw it. They score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers jump in front late. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he's still...
And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, this is McCaffrey. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Gets him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And they come carefully with a sack to bring around third down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
To throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And in a tough spot, that forces this offense into fourth down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. So it's a win for the Buccaneers. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as with that, we sign off from Tampa. Mere fees from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. Escapes a defender, and he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. That's caught as McLaurin downfield. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to manage a little yard on that drive up the gut. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He brings it in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and
4. 3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Mayfield. He put everything he's got behind it. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. Jackson looking to throw right away. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Well, you love when you can go from 1st down to 1st down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
As a man, Dalton Schultz. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
If you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's mixed in on second down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down, here's Lamar. To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. And this one does not go far.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt to pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. The group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From the gun, Jackson. Jumping in off here, Mixon. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. First down throw for Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. A give to Mixon up the middle. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Robinson with the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Baker. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And this one looks beautiful as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Mayfield now from the gun. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
1st and 10 from the 41. Baker now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the...
Texans closing in, and they get to him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Well, is caught. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
He'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
For big yards on the right side. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Gain momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Has it downfield, it's Chase. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Now the 1st carry for Nick Chubb. And they're going to be set up, Brock, at 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
The Falcons spend the 1st of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. The QB keeping this option on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option and you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Robinson with the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. This one's caught. He's still going at the 30. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Working inside the red zone. Back to Pitts it goes. And he'll go down here at the 16. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. Baker now. He's not going to escape this. The Texans take him down. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Texans bring out an extra DB on this 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
Up and good from Romo. And that'll get him back to 11.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick to have that confidence built. That's important.
Here's Romo to handle the kickoff.
To kick off.
And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. The Texans offense getting one final possession before halftime. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. On first down, Jackson has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's Romo to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Texans offense who's going to be out there first. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Falcons drive it in, and they're going to bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home. And it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Looks like the Falcons are opting for dime coverage for this 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Trying to set up the screen for Mixon. And not much doing. He's stopped quickly.
It's plays like that, Kate, went wrong. When I sit and judge defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got London left side. And he'll get up to the 38-yard line before going down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Alert, push, alert, push, alert, push.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, Jackson. Hits his running back. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
That's a gain of 3.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now Jackson on third down. Collins got it left side. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways. And defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Starts the return at the 34. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
He's going to keep it this time. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Okay, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the next, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Back to the line they come, second down. Baker now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So they're left facing third and long.
Well, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Third down, here's Mayfield. He lofts it deep right side. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. That's caught as McLaurin downfield. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on fourth down.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
First and 10, around to Robinson. He's got 6 yards on that carry. It's second down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Mayfield now from the gun. Quick sled complete. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Pressure coming. Baker. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons now within one score in the fourth. Drake London with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Mayfield's going to look to throw this. And he goes down. The pressure hits home, and they will not take another two off that lead. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Texans to the line. First and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Lamar now from the gun. Completed over the middle. This is a nice gain. Nearly moves those chains. He's got it up to the 36. Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Third and a lone yard coming up. With Lamar on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped it at the line. No gain. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. First down, here's Lamar. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be hit and set out after about a gain of 2 yards there.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Second down now, they need 7. Play action now with Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for loss. They keep fighting back here in the 4th. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Looking to throw. That one's caught by Jefferson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. And he's going to take a knee. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. They'll take a knee here as that clock approaches the 40 seconds remaining mark. So the Texans come away with a road win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.